I don't know who needs to hear this, but your heart has been trying to guide you in the right direction for a very long while, and you've been ignoring it. Deep down in your heart, you know that there's something you need to do. You know that there's something your heart is calling you to do, and you've been avoiding it. Either you need to apply for that job, either you need to start that business, either you need to start that YouTube channel, right? Either you need to visit that place that's been on your heart for you to visit, or do that thing that's been on your heart to do, and you've been avoiding it. And I think very often we allow our self-doubt, we allow our insecurities, we allow our fear of the unknown to deter us from truly following the heart's calling, right? And don't get me wrong, following the heart can be quite a very uncomfortable thing, right? Because ultimately you don't know where it's leading you. It's kind of like you have a blindfold on, right? You have a blindfold on and you're walking a path, and someone is holding your hand and guiding you along that path. And even if you trust this person wholeheartedly, to some degree you're still skeptical, right? To some degree there's a part of your mind thinking, where's this person leading me? Where am I going? Where's he taking me, right? And that's how it kind of feels when you're following the heart, right? And I think a lot of us have gotten so used to looking at the world through our senses, right? Looking at the world through our eyes and our five senses, right? And the thing about the five senses is that our five senses are merely centers for perception, right? They merely take in stimulus from the environment, right? And sort of react to the environment, right? And ultimately, the path that we're meant to walk, right, is not known to our five senses. It's unknown to our five senses, but known to the heart. And this is why I talk so much about faith, right? And I conceptualize faith as the ability of the heart to see what the eyes cannot, right? Even though your eyes might not see the path that you're meant to walk, the path that you're meant to take, where you need to go, right? Even though your eyes cannot see it, your heart sees everything. Your heart knows you more than you know yourself, right? As paradoxical as that sounds, your heart knows where you need to be. Your heart is trying to guide you to the version of you that is the best and the highest version of yourself, right? Your heart is trying to lead you to every single abundance, right, that you were meant to walk in. Your heart is trying to lead you back to yourself, your best self. And I would even venture to say that your heart is a version of you that is living the life that you already desire to live, living the life that is in alignment to you, right? And because we live in so much self-doubt, so much fear, and we don't allow ourselves to truly follow our hearts, then we can never truly come into alignment with the abundance that is waiting for us, right? That the abundance that we're meant to live, that the abundance that we're meant to discover. The more we deter ourselves from following our calling, is the more we delay our growth, is the more we delay having all our desires fulfilled, right? And here's the thing about following the heart, right? The heart can never truly lead you wrong, right? The heart will never take you down the wrong path. Now, I'm not saying that the path that your heart is going to take you, on is going to be all daisies and rainbows and there's not going to be any problems or conflicts, right? There are going to be challenges. There are going to be obstacles along your path, right? But here's the thing. Those challenges and obstacles are also your blessings. They're the seeds that, are meant to facilitate your growth, right? They're the things that are meant to, I guess, serve as a catalyst for you becoming a better version of yourself, right? And so the path towards, what it is that you desire, the path that your heart is trying to take you on, is not going to be all smooth, right? There are going to be bumps in the road. There's going to be detours. There are going to be obstacles, right? But all those things are working in your favor. All those things are going to work in your highest good to bring you to the version of you that is living the life that you want to live and is the person that you want to be, right? So you have to allow yourself to just follow your heart, right? Society has taught us that no, we're meant to just conform to whatever is deemed, the right thing, or whatever paradigm society has created. And I think very few of us in this day and age are following our heart. Most of us are so confined to looking at the world, from this limited perspective, right? Through our limited perception. And we don't allow ourselves to open up to the fact that there is a world within us. There is a guidance system within us that desires to be expressed. Our inner intuition knows what we want. Our inner intuition knows who we truly are. And I think the people who live the best lives, right? The people who come into alignment with all the abundance that they desire are truly the people who aren't afraid to follow their heart. Are truly the people who aren't afraid to walk into the unknown, right? The unknown is where the version of ourselves that we were meant to come into alignment with lies, right? The unknown is ultimately where everything we desire in this world lies, right? As long as we live in a state of safety, in a state of comfort, then we can never truly have what we want in this life, and we can never truly be the person that we want to be. Now, whenever we create these cages, made from our self-doubt, made from our insecurities, made from our fears, and confine ourselves to these cages, then how can we truly ever grow, right? You can't grow if you keep yourself in a cage. And that's what a lot of us are doing by, I guess, going against our hearts. Your heart is your freedom. Your heart is your love. Your heart is your abundance. Your heart is your peace. Your heart is your joy. Your heart is all the good things in this life. And you're meant to follow it. You might not know where it's taking you. You might not know where the path is leading you, right? Because the path reveals itself as you move forward. But if you just let go of your need to know everything and just dive into the unknown, dive into the adventure, right? Then you will discover that there is so much abundance, there is so much joy, so much peace at the end of the tunnel, right? You will discover that everything was aligning you with whatever it is that you were seeking. Your heart knows you more than you even know yourself, right? Your heart is where all your abundance lies. And the more you deter yourself from following it, then the more you hold yourself back. And here's the thing as well. The more you go against your heart is the more you're gonna feel out of alignment. The more you're gonna feel uneasy, the more you're gonna feel unfulfilled, because you were meant to follow your heart. That feeling that you're feeling in this moment, that feeling of fear, that feeling of anxiety, that feeling of unfulfillment, that feeling of powerlessness is really an indicator that you're out of alignment. And to truly come back into alignment, you have to make the choice to follow your heart. You have to make the decision to say, I'm gonna go with the calling of my heart. Once your heart comes knocking, you can't truly ignore it for long. The more you ignore it is the more you're gonna stifle yourself. The more you ignore it is the more you're gonna live a life that you don't desire, right? The more you ignore it, the more you're gonna feel this sense of emptiness within you. And you're feeling it in this moment, I can tell, right? If you clicked on this video, you've been feeling that feeling for a very long while. And it's not until you get on the path, it's not until you make the decision to follow your heart, that's the only way you're gonna stop feeling how you're feeling in this moment. So if you clicked on this video, right, if you made it this far, follow your heart. Do the thing that you know deep down your heart is telling you to do. Take the action, right? Make the choice. Whatever it is that your heart has been guiding you to do for a very long while, just do it. right? You can't lose anything. What are you afraid of? What can you lose, right? There's nothing to lose. There's only stuff to gain, right? There's nothing to lose by following your heart. Because even if you follow your heart and you don't succeed immediately, then even the lessons that you gain from your quote unquote failure, right? Even the lessons that you gain from falling down, even the bumps in the road, ultimately those are gains as well. Everything that you think you lose is a gain. Every obstacle that you face is a gain. A gain in perspective, a gain on outlook, a gain in a new door opening, right? And an old door closing, right? Every loss is a gain, right? But don't hold yourself back from the abundance that is waiting for you. Don't hold yourself back from having what you came into this life to have. You didn't come into this life to be confined to, your internal limitations and the cage that you've created in your mind, right? You didn't come into this world to, feel as if you are powerless to having what you want. You came with the power, right? You came with it all. And you are meant to walk in it. You are meant to live in it. You are meant to bask in the abundance that is your birthright. And you can only come into alignment with the abundance if you find the courage, if you make the choice, and it is a choice, to follow your heart. So you can start today. It's never too late, right? Every opportunity in the present moment is the perfect opportunity to start walking the path. Do the thing that you know you're meant to do, right? Peace and blessings.